again, but it went to 2,200 feet and then 1,700 feet, basically kind of more leveling off at the 85 knots. But what was the altitude?
It went from 77 to just over 74, so just under 300 feet loss.
It'd be pretty scary if you're at 500 feet and you immediately lost 300 before you even got to an altitude or speed that you could even glide at. Before you're just 100% just.
And you had an immediate reaction. If there was an 8 or 10 second delay.
Yeah, that was immediate push. And we even went a little bit like negative G's almost, kind of like as I pushed. Yeah. So anyways, that's what I'm saying is like, and I was like, I pushed it like really far. I felt like I did. Oh yeah. And like what we were saying, I was telling him that I read an article that the average is 12 seconds if there was a real emergency by the time the average person makes a decisive decision, like a cognitive decision going, this is what I'm going to do. So we were saying, maybe okay, let's just cut it in half. 6 seconds, 8 seconds. Like, yeah. I'd like to think that I would be quick on response, but I know I'd push over, but like thinking, oh, going immediately to the 85 or something, but 300 feet, and then you've got the ground, like I don't know what our altitude, like, or what our, what would that be, our angle going down, but I mean, all you would see is trees, and then you'd just be immediately going right back again, and so you'd probably just stall it, because you're going way past your angle of attack, and then you just smack the ground. So anyways, that's what I was saying. Typically, once I'm above anything, I'll just pitch from my 85 to give myself at least a slightly better chance.
Do you want to do it again at 85?
Yeah, let's do that.
See what the difference is?
Yeah. 10 degrees.
A second time, you really had it down well. I don't think you could do much better than the 300 feet of loss.
Because I pushed it hard and I kept it until we had 85. Alright, let's get our power in. We're going to go up to 720 on our ITT, like just our climb. We're going to pitch for around the 7.5 degree mark. So there's 740. Okay, we'll do it at 79, there's 85. There's 85. Alright, now I can kind of maintain it. What was that? That's 77.5? What's that?
It's sort of 79, it's 150.
You cut it in half.
Yeah.
That's pretty significant.
Yeah, definitely. So you just weren't you didn't have to be as aggressive nosing it down.
Oh, yeah.
As you were with the 73. There's no way you'd be that aggressive with the shock factor.
Well, and the ground factor, I think, too. Like, it's going to be coming at you so fast, and then just the natural instinct is just going to go, oh, crap. Because you're going to be going down at 2,000 feet per minute, and then you don't have any energy to flare. Like, you're just coming down and smacking the ground. Where this, you can at least continue on to maybe 100 knots or 90 knots or something, just to give yourself a little bit more margin. I don't know. All right, let's bring 1250 for our cruise now that we're halfway there. Yeah, 300 feet to 150 feet. That's just good to know for our own sake, you know?
Yeah.
Bunches of clouds. Probably be able to wiggle through most of them, I'm thinking. Or we can go underneath of them, potentially as well.
Alright, Lele, field elevation 20 or 1400, so field elevation or traffic pattern altitude 2400.
What's the touchdown? I think it's different, I thought. Might be wrong. See if there's any info.
1320.
I'm sorry?
1320.
1320. So I'm just going to go with 2300 for my pattern altitude. I did notice that for like 2 years. And I'm always like, why do I always feel like I'm high turning final, then I'm a rush, then I'm coming in flat every time. And then I noticed it one day and I was like, oh crap, I'm like 80 feet high every single time turning final. And then I feel rushed, and then I get coming down, and then I'm like, ooh, and then I'm flat coming in, and every time. So we'll see if 2300 works a little better. Hey, so bunches of clouds ahead of us. A minimum safe, I think, is like 9,000 or something coming in here. Let's see, we've got a mountain here.
Yeah.
And a mountain there. We could go around that and come in if we wanted to. That's one option that we could do. That's quite a ways over there. I'm just barely seeing the bottom of this little hill right here. It looks like it's kind of lower, like all over in that area. Another thing I'm going to look at is there's ground here and ground here. Potentially there, where that green portion is that there might be a way in that way. I'm going to go off of that, and because as we head over this way, we've got a lake, which there's a good chance that there's not going to be as many clouds above the lake.
Okay. This is the direction I want to go because I want the experience of maneuvering